Welcome back, everybody! That was dumb. Welcome back to the new B-Movie Shelf review, this time for the 2011 movie, The Tunnel. This is a 2011 movie out of Australia, and those who know me know I really, really love found footage movies, like a lot more than the average person. So, even bad ones, I tend to at least enjoy on some level. Luckily, this was not a bad one. This was actually one of the good ones, and I'm really surprised it's taken me this long to watch it. This one has a fun little factoid, behind the scenes fun fact, if you will. The creators actually released this one themselves onto torrent streaming sites upon its initial release, just to get more eyes on it and just to get the buzz going in the horror community of, oh, this one was legally released onto torrent sites for free. Just thought that was interesting. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I did. All right, so moving on to the movie itself. This one is about the tunnel systems, the abandoned tunnel systems underneath Sydney, Australia, where homeless people have kind of taken up residence there, and it follows a news crew that is trying to do a story on it, and they soon discover that there's some form of government cover-up going on with it. There's something going on down there. There's homeless people going missing. Anytime the city gets a contract to do something with down there, the government overrules them on it and pretty much says no. So of course, this piques their interest, and they want to go find out what's going on down there. They sneak in, and as is par for the course of found footage movies, there's something down there. And they end up getting lost, they end up getting chased, they have to fight for their lives, and, well, you'll just have to watch the movie to find out how it ends. Although, truthfully, it's a found footage movie, so you can probably guess. I really, really liked this one. Like with most found footage movies, it does take a long time for it to get going. Like, it's about halfway through before the first creature attack. But I really, really liked everything leading up to that, even though there was no action going on and there was no creature attacking them. I enjoyed spending that time with these characters. I'm a huge fan of watching urban explorer videos on YouTube of people going into abandoned locations and filming. I really like those types of videos, and I really enjoy watching kind of like the decrepit, decaying shell of buildings and what's left inside of them. All that kind of stuff I really love, and this movie tickled that fancy, if you will. That was a stupid phrase. But I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and just searching through these long abandoned underground subway systems and tunnels and sewer access areas, all that kind of stuff. Like, honestly, this could have just been a regular non-horror movie, just like the type of videos I enjoy, the urban exploring videos on YouTube, with no creature, and I would have been just as invested, because I'm really interested in that stuff. Luckily, though, there is a creature, and when it does finally show up, there is some really intense chase scenes and some pretty gnarly death scenes. I was really impressed with some of that stuff, considering that this was essentially a close to no budget found footage movie. I really wasn't expecting that aspect to be as good as it was. I do have one complaint, though, and that is I feel like we don't get enough information on the creature. Like, we don't know what it is, we don't know why it's there, we literally don't know anything at all about it other than that there's a creature there. We don't even really get too good of a look at it. We get certain quick flashes here and there, but it's like always in the shaky found footage camera style, and it's in night vision, so the quality of the looks of it is not the greatest. So I just really wish that there was more information given on that creature for us to go off of. Although, on the other hand, it's almost more realistic that we don't, because if something like this was to happen in real life, we wouldn't know anything about the creature. We'd just see footage of it on the camera just like we do in the movie. So I'm kind of torn on that. On the one hand, It makes it more realistic. On the other hand, it's not real. It is a movie. And I feel like because it's a movie, it requires a little bit more of that on realism in order for us to feel satisfied, if that makes sense at all. But that's really just a minor issue because I really enjoyed everything else about this one. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like found footage, and that's fine. Different things work for different people. Different people are affected by different things. It's just something that really works for me more often than it doesn't, and out of those that do work for me, this one really surprised me with how much it worked for me, and how long I've gone without having seen it, or even without anybody talking about it. If I had known about this sooner, I would have seen it sooner. But it's just nobody is talking about it. And it deserves to be talked about because it is really good. So I considered giving scores to the movies that I review on here. I give scores to movies on Letterboxd and on my Instagram account, which is also the B Movie Shelf, the_B_movie_shelf. Look me up. But I'm also not really a fan of giving scores because I feel like that's the quick, easy way out of reviewing a movie. And there's times where it just doesn't add up. Like, it doesn't match really how I feel, but I don't know how else to rate it, if that makes sense. So, for the sake of these, I'm just not going to bother rating things. I'm just going to give my thoughts and let those speak for themselves. And then you can decide off those if it's something that you're interested in or not. Alright, well, that'll do it for this one, I guess. If you've seen The Tunnel, sound off down below and let me know what you thought of it. I'm accepting of all opinions, whether they agree with me or not, just as long as everybody's pleasant about it and not rude or mean. So, yeah, until next time, stay spooky. That was also dumb.